Okay, it's Dory and Nick here for Gamereactor. We just walked out of one of the most insane Sony press conferences well, I've been here, this is my 5th year, and it's never been this big.
I still don't know if I should laugh or what, because Microsoft had a really good press conference, and I'm probably going to buy an Xbox One now, and I expected them to have the best one, but this is, other than when Sony went fuck you Microsoft with the price and all that, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I can't think of a better lineup of games in a press conference ever. But I think we should, as you joked about before, we should probably say, we're going to skip through this as much as possible, because if we're going to say just a little bit of details about each game, it's going to take as long as the press conference, because it's shorter than usual.
Yeah, it was like what, an hour shorter than usual?
Half an hour. This is 2 hours. This was about an hour and a half, but they cut off the worst hour and then added the most insane games ever. So it's what?
Yeah. But so, I have my notes here. Let me just open this up. So, should we start where they started or end with that?
I think we should just start, go through the order. Yeah.
Okay. Last Guardian.
Yes.
Gameplay coming out 2016. Boom. Mic drop already.
Yeah. I mean, they could just have done that and be yeah, we're out. Let's do a 5-minute press conference. But yeah, they did that. Yoshida's yeah, he has been wanting to do that for a while. They have been confirming every once in a while, yeah, we're working on it. So finally here, awesome. Yeah. We'll see if it's going to be a good game, but it's happening.
Finally. Yeah. Right after that, they went on to the Guerrilla Games new IP. I mean, on the bus over here, we were kind of joking, what do you think they're going to show? When we were throwing out all these crazy possibilities, and they almost delivered on each and every one of them. Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn is called.
I just want to say, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the conference or anything, we're not joking about this, by the way. This, because I would probably not believe it. No. So yeah, Guerrilla.
Yeah, Guerrilla Horizon Zero Dawn. It seems kind of, I don't know, robot dinosaurs versus. It's kind of post-apocalyptic.
It first looked like a hunter, sort of like the Ubisoft guy. I don't remember his name. The Wild game.
Yeah,
was doing. But this was with robots. Also very interesting to see Guerrilla do something different. They're famous for Killzone, doing something very different. So yeah, looked great. Again, we'll see what happens. It's not a this year game.
Right after that, they jumped on to the new Hitman. This is the year of franchises just ditching all the subtitles. It's just called Hitman. Yeah. And that's going to have a console-exclusive beta and 6 exclusive contracts for the PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff here was how did they pay for all this? Because there's a lot of exclusivity. But yeah.
But I mean, they didn't show a lot of that. They showed a CGI trailer.
Yeah. Looked beautiful. Looked like Hitman.
Yeah.
Looked great.
Yeah. So
again, we'll see when we get
excited for that. And I mean, normally we would talk longer about each and every one of those, but we're moving fast. Yeah. Next up, Street Fighter V.
Exclusive to PlayStation and PC. Yeah, looks great. I'm not a big fighting guy, but it looks really cool. If you're into that, I think that's a big deal as well.
Yeah, they showed off a new trailer with some new characters and announced that there's going to be a beta on July 25th on the PlayStation 4. Next up, they showed No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I was beginning to feel okay, now, you can't keep showing this. It's beginning to be a bit much. But then we actually saw proper gameplay. And he, went to a planet, just let's just do this one. We'll hope we won't fuck up.
This might be a very bad idea, but let's just go there. Yeah, they showed off some of, what you're going to be doing. You're going to be exploring, finding new species, and then uploading that data.
But also, which I thought wouldn't be there. There was fighting. There was space battle. He was shooting things on the planet and all that stuff. I still don't really understand this game, and I'm not sure it's going to be fun. But it's fucking crazy they're making it, and it's awesome they're trying something like that. So yeah.
Look, still hyped for that game. Yeah. More so than ever, I guess. Next up, they showed off what's next from Media Molecule. They're calling it Dreams right now, but it seems like that's a working title.
Maybe, yeah.
That looked kind of crazy as well.
Yeah, that's another one where I'm I don't know if it's going to be the most fun game ever, but it's awesome seeing Media Molecule do something crazy, and that Sony lets them, it seems do whatever they want. And it's very creative.
Yeah, and I mean, they set themselves, this is kind of a concept that it's kind of hard to grasp for people. It seems you're using the controller, you're sculpting everything They showed off a scene that was made without any pre-made assets. It seems like, for me, I'm probably not going to play it that much because I guess I'm not that creative. It's going to take a long time making all that stuff.
I think we're the same way. We're creative with, like, we want to do movies and stuff. So when we play games, we don't want to make movies and stuff. So it's going to be awesome seeing what people do with it. I've enjoyed that in Little Big Planet. And if I really enjoyed not making levels in Little Big Planet, but when someone builds like an insanely awesome level, then play it. So I hope I can do something like that.
Yeah, and that's true. They talked about that there's going to be a lot of remixing and stuff, so you can actually get like dreams from other people and then add your own little flair to it. So yeah, I get.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Next up, they moved on to Firewatch.
Yes. Yeah, a lumberjack sort of dude that had to. There was 2 girls that had gone missing. Very similar to some. There's a lot of games in this art style coming out right now. Pretty cool, like simple but still beautiful. Playing this dude, not a lot of details, but it looked cool. Yeah, you had to figure out what was happening. It seemed like a little bit like open world puzzle sort of thing. Yeah, looked cool.
Yeah. And the next one, I'm gonna have to time you on this one because Destiny: The Taken King.
All right. I actually was gonna be like, we need to start with this. They was very short. I had hoped there would be a Bungie guy there talking and stuff, but they didn't. But if you play Destiny like I do, way too much, you could tell a lot from that. They showed new subclasses. They showed a Nova bow super from a Hunter. They showed a Fire Hammer on a Titan. They showed some Arc stuff on a Warlock. It's about, if you've played Destiny and played the DLC, the first DLC was about Crota, son of Oryx. That was the raid, that's the boss you fight. Oryx is not happy. He is mad that you killed his son.
With his own sword.
Yeah. So it's about that revenge. You're going to fight him. From what I could quickly look at, there wasn't like a new planet. There might be, but there was new environments. There was some new space stuff where you were like on a moon station or something it looked like, or a space station. They talked about an exclusive strike. It sounded like exclusive gear. It sounded like a new raid. So a lot of cool stuff. But we're going to interview Bungie about that this week. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Really excited for it.
Yeah, next up, they showed off Assassin's Creed Syndicate. They showed off Evie with her cane sword and throwing knives, and some exclusive content coming to PlayStation. I was expecting gameplay here because it wasn't shown at Xbox, and then there was only a CGI trailer at Ubisoft. But
yeah. More Assassin's Creed. I think if you're into that, it looks cool. You have the brother-sister thing with Evie and the brother, and sounds like they have different abilities, so you can sort of choose how you want to play that. Look beautiful. Yeah, I think if you're into it, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Then they showed off, moving really quickly here, but they showed off a new Final Fantasy game, World of Final Fantasy.
I had the like, what? And then like it looked crazy, and I was like, okay, new kind of thing. I've actually thought about they should do something like this in the past instead of like Final Fantasy number 27. But yeah, so they're doing this. Again, if you're into Final Fantasy, I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it has this cutesy little art style. You can either ride the monsters or grow tall and then they can ride on you. Yeah, I mean, definitely like a fanfare for fans of Final Fantasy.
You could hear with a lot of these things, there was a lot of applause. Like people were like, oh, and a lot. So I think the fans of each sort of franchise were very happy. Yeah. And
but
talking about that, remake.
remake! Yeah, when they started off the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake,
it was so well done because it was just like you saw like part of a leg and stuff, and then people just freaked out. And it was really interesting because we had the PlayStation experience in December, and people freaked out because like Final Fantasy Remake 7, and then people were a little bit disappointed because it wasn't a full remake, but we're getting it now. Yeah. Full on, looked insane. I'll be honest, I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy. I've never played 7, and I've been thinking of going back. I'm going to be playing this. It looked gorgeous, and I think it's a great way of playing a classic if you haven't. If you're a fan, if you're here or watch the stream, you could hear people are going to play that.
Oh yeah, and first on PS4, announced as well. Then they showed off a couple of Devolver titles. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that here because we're going to be interviewing Devolver later.
Like 5-10 seconds of each. But yeah, 4 new titles. Ronin. Do you want to say the second one? I don't know.
Yeah, Ronin Aether.
Yeah, and Mother Russia Bleeds and Crossing Souls.
Yeah.
Usual Devolver titles, I'd say.
Yeah. But then they did something quite unorthodox and interesting.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, they brought out, they started the Kickstarter for Shenmue 3.
Another one where people freaked out.
Freaked the fuck out. Yeah. But I was kind of expecting, you know, they start the Kickstarter and then they would go, and we're donating $1 million.
I'm sure they're giving a lot of money, but it was a little bit weird that they're sort of advertising a Kickstarter. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's cool. It's another game that people have been wanting the sequel for a lot of years, and it's not just like a side thing. It's a full-on continuation of the Shenmue sequel to 1 and 2, so we're getting that.
I kind of think they're also going for that it's going to be for the fans. It's going to be completely controlled by the creators.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, cool.
Next up, let me see here. Yeah, they showed some exclusive content from Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Looked very interesting. First person.
Different.
Yeah, we're playing as a cop attacked by the Scarecrow. It's going to be very interesting to see what that is going to be. But that's the Scarecrow missions exclusive for PlayStation.
But we won't have to wait too long because that's like in a week.
Yeah, they showed off a little bit of the Morpheus, a little less than I would expect it.
But they had one thing that's important about that. They said E-Valkyrie, and that might be my best gaming experience ever when I tried it here at E3 last year, I think. That is going to be awesome. And yeah, I mean, they don't need to say a lot. And as we talked about, they had so much stuff in this press conference, they sort of didn't have time. And I'm like, it was shorter than usual, but I think this is perfect, like perfect length. Like,
they did mention a game during the Morpheus presentation that I didn't catch the name of.
But Riggs?
Yeah, Riggs. 4-player local Morpheus is what I got. That's
shooter stuff?
Yeah, but that's insane. 4 people sitting on the couch with the Morpheus on a single PlayStation 4?
Yeah, I don't know.
How the fuck does that work? Anyway, moving on. They talked about PlayStation Music and View.
Yeah, which is like a US TV thing, the View thing that they are launching today in San Francisco and LA, and it's in like Philadelphia and Chicago before. So not really important, but they're doing more TV stuff, a la what Microsoft is doing. Yeah.
But then another big news. What? The world reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah. So
3.
For the past many years, it's been at Microsoft. They've had the exclusive map packs. It has been revealed before, but this was like first time.
First gameplay.
Yeah. And it's at PlayStation, and they get sort of the same deal that Microsoft has had. It sounds like map packs coming first. They're going to have like a campaign, normal competitive multiplayer, zombies, but the campaign is going to be up to 4-player co-op at the same time, which looked really cool.
Yeah, and you select your loadout and everything before the start of a mission, so it seems like it's less kind of story-heavy with characters and more focused on, well, playing with your friends.
It felt like you could maybe play it alone, but you could also play it and get a sort of similar experience to when we played Spec Ops, for instance, where you could like sort of attack in different ways and that co-op feeling, which, I mean, that's going to be awesome playing that with friends. So yeah, looks really, it's crazy.
I mean, we said we were going to keep this short. It's running kind of long, but they showed off Disney Infinity 3.0, Star Wars Twilight of the Republic, and Rise Against the Empire, the 2 playsets that are coming out, the prequels and the original
more
trilogy.
exclusive stuff.
Yeah,
you get it a month early. The new trilogy stuff, 1, 2, and 3 are going to come, and then a month later, the old trilogy stuff is going to come, but that's going to come at the same time on PlayStation, and you're going to get the special set and Boba Fett.
And you get the Boba Fett figure.
Boba Fett. Yeah. Also, there was like a highlight trailer with a lot more games that we're not going to talk about. But yeah, they were showing even more stuff there. Also, what was it? What I was going to say? Oh yeah, they had a short clip there with Until Dawn, so that got a little bit more attention. But a lot of games there, yeah. As you said, again, also short Vita thing didn't give a lot of attention, but I think it was okay. Because it's packed. As you said, Disney Infinity then went to Battlefront.
Yeah, they showed off the missions.
Looked awesome. It's a trap.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a horde mode. There were waves of enemies coming in. You were playing as
rebels.
Yeah,
but there was like different. They talked about they had 4 different like types of missions, which sounded cool. They showed off one of them where you're landing, and then you're gonna have to fight off these waves until you get rescued. Seemed really cool. I mean, I'm a big Star Wars guy, but super awesome. Yeah, let's get to the last thing.
Yeah, and then we thought, yeah, the conference is kind of over. No.
Yeah.
Then they dropped a playable demo of Uncharted for a Thieves, and kind of funny because it kind of messed up to begin with. The controller didn't work. I'm gonna go and say that was intentional, just to show this is being played.
I don't think so, actually. But it's crazy having gone to all these Sony things. There's a lot of applause for a lot of things, but the only time where you get a huge applause for a logo is like Naughty. They can just show that logo here and people go nuts. And just like at the PlayStation experience, they had a problem. It looked like they had a controller wouldn't connect or something. So the character stopped and they just restarted the demo. And like a PlayStation experience, the dude fell through the level. I feel sort of bad for Bruce Straley because it's him playing both times. But yeah, so it was really playable. Level from Uncharted, some on foot, you walking around, some car stuff, looked crazy, was beautiful. Yeah, it had those moments as usual where, like, even crazy where I like was laughing at like how crazy Indiana Jones sort of thing it was. Amazing. Like, drop the controller and like, but like they had 4 or 5 of those.
Maybe he did that in rehearsal. That could have been the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this, it's crazy. This, like, whether you are a PlayStation or an Xbox guy, whatever, I think this is great year and next year for gamers. There's so many good games.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox started the day off with the greatest lineup on Xbox ever, they said. And then Sony finishes off the day with this bombshell. I mean, like you said, it doesn't matter which platform you're on, it's going to be a great year and the next one as well.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to get an Xbox, but the only thing now is, like, I'm not going to have time for this. Like, you need a job to have money for the games, but if you have a job, you don't have time to play the games. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. But anyway, it seems the sun's going out, so our light is going out, and we've been talking for too long.
Yeah. We're going to do interviews and stuff now, so there will be more on each of the games that we've, like, talked about here, and we'll go more in depth there. But yeah, it's crazy. Keep watching more Gamereactor. We'll be doing a lot more. So yeah.
Stay tuned. See you later.